I'm right.
No, you're fine.
All right.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Cole Ebel, C-O-L-E-E, B as in boy, E-L. I'm the, I don't know if you know for CG info, I'm the vice chairman for the Libertarian Party of Tennessee.
Okay, and talk to us about ballot access, please.
Okay, ballot access. We've got a few different fronts going on with ballot access. We got the current form that the National Socialist or the Republican Democrat Party forces on us, where we have to get 2.5% of the last gubernatorial vote in 2014, which is 33,844 signatures. We're taking that front right now, led by our wonderful Chris Silver, who is our ballot access coordinator, knocking those signatures out across the state. We're around between 6,000 and 8,000 signatures on that, so we're very excited about getting that done. We still got a long way to go. We have a different front that we're hitting it on, is the legislative front. We got a bill, House Bill HB 0662 and Senate Bill 0770, where we're basically trying to lower that threshold to 5,000 signatures, and we're trying to get retention on that every 2 years for 1.5% of any statewide election, whether that's a Senate campaign or a gubernatorial campaign or a presidential campaign. So if we get any of those numbers, we can go into it. The last place we're trying to hit into it is going to be basically the litigation side of it, which we basically had Tennessee come out and say, hey, if they go and do litigation against us, they'll sue us and they'll win. And so they're fighting us pretty hard on it. We don't want to do litigation because litigation basically means we cost the taxpayers money. Are we willing to do it? Hell yes, we are. We'll do it if we have to, but we want to exhaust all other efforts as possible before we go after that. So one of the arguments that we basically have going against it's Mark Goines, who's the director of the Election Commission, that he has going against us right now, is he says, well, if we grant this and they become a minor party, because there's two party statuses here in Tennessee. There's a minor party, major party. With a major party status, you have forced primaries. Basically, the government forces you to have taxpayer-funded primaries. And so the second one that we go up there to legislate and say, or go up there and testify and say, well, we don't believe that taxpayers should fund private party primaries. Why, if you're a Democrat, should you fund a Republican primary? Why, if you're a Republican, should you fund a Democrat primary? Why, if you're not a Libertarian, should you fund our primary? Right. We believe in caucusing, so we want to be caucusing. So basically, after that, we said, well, we just want to caucus. We don't want to be a major party. We just want to be a party. We just want an L and a Libertarian. We just want to know who we are. So they force us into this major party status. And his argument is saying, well, hey, in 2 years, if they get 1.5%, the Tennessee Constitution forces them into a major party status. And so that's his argument, saying that we are not going to hit this, and it's going to be, they got to shoot it up to the fiscal bill. But really what it comes down to, so let's say we get 5% as the law currently states, we get the 33,000 signatures, we retain 5% in a Senate race, a gubernatorial race, or a presidential election, which we did last election with Gary Johnson. That would force us into a major party status. So his argument is null and void. But your people up there, legislator, do not like to read sometimes. I don't know why they're not reading this. But as it currently stands, that's the same platform. And so they're getting bamboozled by somebody that is in an appointed position as opposed to an elected position that is deviating from 70-something% of Americans who want, and I think it's even higher in Tennessee, is who want to see a third option. So if you're afraid of liberty and you're afraid of competition, yeah, vote against our bill. But if you like some competition and like to just address this in the arena of ideals and logic and discuss like, hey, if your idea works better than mine, put you on the ballot, let's debate it out. But you know what? They're oppressing us on the ballot. They're saying we don't want to have anyone else who's opposes us, so they're basically taking it to us. Some of the people that voted against us literally have libertarians running against them, so they're just trying to shut down somebody who opposes them. So it makes you think, what kind of country do we live in? Do we live in a representative republic, or do we live in a two-party system, which is basically just one party more than North Korea, which is the Nationalist or Socialist Party, aka Republican and Democrat Party, which is what they are. So, anyways, that's what I got to say on ballot access.
So, we're collecting signatures on these petitions.
Which ones? Like
the ballot access
ballot?
petitions.
Yes, we're collecting
Yes.
signatures, so we want to get 33,844 signatures. You can go around the whole state of Tennessee. You can go to different events, like football games is a great place. We went out to Titans game last year. We got 150 signatures in 2 hours. It was awesome. We had a great time.
And you can download the petition forms on the ETNLP.org website.
Yes, the ETNLP.org website. You can the LPTN.org website as well. You can get these petitions and go out there and have people sign it. They're going to print their name, sign their name. They're going to put their address, city, county, zip, and throw it on there. Make sure that they add the county at the top of those petitions if they're going to do it. Additionally, you can go for a single county petition as well and have them sign those. But you have to keep it within the county, and that'll get that county authorized Libertarian Party. So that's one way we're trying to hit it from 3 fronts. And the more fronts you can hit this from, the better we're going to be.
And one more question. Do you have any tips on how to get reluctant signers to sign?
Oh, just talk to them. Be personal with them. Just say, hey, how are you doing? One thing I do, the first thing I say is, are you a registered voter? And that perks people up. And they either say no or yes. If they say no, which is somewhat of the population, you just say, okay, well, thank you, and you move on. If they say yes, they perk up. They're ready to hear what you want to say. You just tell them what you need. Say, I need 33,844 signatures. If you're a Republican or Democrat, you only need 25. You believe that is a fair system. And I will tell you that with me, personally, I would say 3 out of 4 people will sign my petition. Now, you need to be outgoing about it. You need to be happy about it. You need to smile. You need to say, hey, I represented a great party here. We're not like a bunch of radicals. We're libertarians. All we believe is in liberty. We believe in just individual sovereignty. We're not out here. We're not trying to hurt people. We're not trying to be a bunch of hurtful people. We're not trying to be the Hollywood impression of an anarchist. We're out here trying to just promote liberty, and we just want to be represented on the ballot. And so that's all you got to do, is just be real with people, and most people will sign your petition. If you have to stand outside of a Walmart until they kick you out, they kicked me out 7 times, then move on to Academy Sports, wait till they kick you out, and then move on to the next one, and keep going down the aisle until you get your signatures. But do not stop. And if you're in a public place, let them arrest you. I don't care. If you're in a public place, you have the First Amendment right, freedom of speech. You can lawsuit them if you need to. If you need to lawsuit them, lawsuit them. And get some money there and throw that back towards ballot access.
Yeah.
So, but if it's a public place, you're able to go out and collect signatures. There's no such thing as a First Amendment zone. The government might say there is, but there's not. You'll win that lawsuit in a heartbeat. Second off is, if you are on private property, do respect their wishes. And if they say, hey, you can't be here doing the signatures, say, thank you very much for the time you let me do it here. I'll move on to the next one. Some places will let you stand out there all day. It just depends, And so it's just a lot of times it's corporate policy or personal policy. I know at my personal restaurant, we push it all the time that we can. So.
All right. Thank you. Do you want to give a plug to the restaurant?
No, it's okay. I don't.
Okay.
I'm good.
I
But
figured.
Ebel's Tavern if you want to. So. It's in Carthage.
Thank you, Cole.
Thank you.